Okay, let's say you have an assignment like this one, History 201, Module 4, Portfolio Milestone. They're wanting you to do a comparative analysis of 3 academic journal articles related to your chosen topic. Okay, and it tells you have to use the library to do this, and make sure that okay. So they want you to use the library to find 3 peer-reviewed journal articles. Now they say here academic journal articles. You'll hear that it also is called peer-reviewed. Some people call that scholarly journal articles. So let's talk about how you would do this. So let's say I have 2 movements or 2 subjects I'm looking at to write about that are kind of related, and it might be kind of a mixed paper. This is a history, U.S. history. I'm going to write about the temperance movement, and I'm going to write about prohibition. Okay, so I'm going to go look for articles on these subjects. There's a couple ways to do it. Okay, I'll show you first the easy way and then the other way. So the easiest way to do this probably would be to go library databases A to Z. I would go U. We're looking for U.S. history. U.S. history in context. This database, all it does is U.S. history. Okay, it has all kinds of stuff in here, encyclopedias, reference articles, peer-reviewed articles. So we're going to go in here because this, all it does is U.S. history. We're going to start here. So I'm going to put in here for the first subject, I'm going to do temperance movement. It has it in as a couple of different things, but let's see, temperance movement. Okay, I can see right there academic journal articles. Those would be the scholarly journal articles they're looking for. And I click right here, and there's 22 different peer-reviewed scholarly journal articles for you right there. Okay. Now, any of these that you want, this database is a little trickier to save things. You're like, okay, well, great. Now, what do I do with it? So, a couple things. You could get this link right here, which I went pretty quickly. You go get link. You could copy that link, and you could email yourself that link, or save it in a Google Doc or something. And then that would bring up these 22. Or if you wanted to go into these individually, if you found, because you only need 3 articles, you don't need 22. And let's say you find the ones you really like, you could also email these individual articles to yourself. So I click send to, actually you can send it to Google Drive, that would be cool. Google Drive or an email, either one of those would be a good way to save it here. Okay, so there's way number 1. We could have also done prohibition. Prohibition, there probably will be more. Here, let me go just so you can see I'm starting off. Let's say I'm starting back at the beginning here. I could have typed it in there, but it's okay. Okay, prohibition. Now, when I see this event guide, it means they have a ton of information on it. Anytime you see an event guide or a person guide or a whole page created for this, when I click on this, it's got a whole research plan put together for prohibition. You can see the academic journal articles right there. If that's all you're interested in are the academic journal articles for this, now just tell you, there's a ton of great information here on prohibition. So think about this for the rest of your paper, because not all of your sources have to be academic journal articles. But I'll click either right there or just right there. And here's my 29 academic journal articles on this subject. Okay? Again, get link here or go into the individual articles and send them to your Google Drive or to your email. Okay, there's way number 1. Okay, that's pretty simple way. Let's look at a little way number 2. So let's say these articles weren't good enough, or you didn't think there was enough variety in them, and there's 29, it's not a ton. What I would probably do then, let's go back and let's jump into the search all databases feature here. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click advanced search. And when I click advanced search here, I'm going to type in, let's get really specific here, temperance movement. Okay, and then we click search. Now, what I forgot to do there, I forgot to put the peer-reviewed scholarly journals limiter on, but I will after this search runs. Okay, so there's 1,950, much bigger database. Okay, you can see. Let's go right here. Let's click this because that's what the assignment is, scholarly peer-reviewed journals. These would be your academic journal articles they're looking for. And then there's 442. So you can see there's really a lot going on here. If you wanted to get more specific on that, you could go back to advanced search. You could say temperance movement, make sure that's in the title. All fields title, TI. Okay, so there's that. Now, if you want, you could just copy and paste this search that would bring these results back to you. You could also create an account. You can go into projects, create your own folders within this database and save those. There's another video I have on that. That's kind of a lengthy thing. But let's do a new search here. Now let's do prohibition. Now prohibition's a little trickier because prohibition is used in all sorts of ways, not just in historically what we're talking about here. Let's reset everything back to its standards. We're going to leave peer reviewed on. That's good. Let's do a search here. Okay, look at this, 26,584. Okay, well, here's something from 1989. That's not the prohibition I'm talking about. See, here's something about Islamic jurisprudence. See, this is not really what I'm looking for because that word is used so many ways. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to advanced search. Okay, in the second box here, I'm going to put alcohol or drinking. Let's run a search there. Okay, well, examining the effects of alcohol prohibition laws in Pakistan. Not exactly what I'm looking for. So what I would do then, I'll click advanced search again, and I'm going to put here US or US or United States or USA or USA or America. Okay, and I'm going to put an asterisk at the end of America so I get America or American or America apostrophe yes, any version of that word. So I'm trying to tell it, well, I'm trying to give it as much leeway. That's what these ors are doing. I'm trying to give it as much leeway. It has to be US, or if it's in there as U period, S period, or United States. See that quotation marks, that exact phrase, or US. Okay, you can see what I'm doing there. So I'm giving it, but I do want to limit it to the United States. Let's do a search now. And now I think we're seeing more. Here we go. Did prohibition really work? Alcohol prohibition of public. Okay, that looks like what we're talking about. Now, what we could also do, yeah, we're seeing some pretty good things here. What you could also do here, advanced search, to really dial it in, let's say prohibition has to be in the titles of the articles. Okay, get that little drop-down menu, title, TI. And we're waiting for it to spin its wheels. Okay. And I think we're starting to look better now. Now we're bound to 94 articles. I think when we started off there was 26,000. But now there are 94 articles that are going to be a lot more what I'm actually looking for. Okay? Well, there you go. Hopefully that gave you some ideas for this assignment. Let me know if you have any questions by contacting the library. Okay. Our email is on the library website. You can see there's the email. There's a phone number. If you want to have an individual session, click here and schedule a session with me. There you go. Have a good night, everybody.